Imagine a place where time seems to stop. A place where the sun sets in late October and does not rise again until the middle of February. For 4 months straight, the entire world is plunged into darkness. But in that darkness, something magical happens. The sky explodes with green and purple fire. The snow reflects the moonlight, turning the entire landscape into a deep, glowing sapphire blue. It is arguably the most beautiful, untouched wilderness left on planet Earth. But do not let the beauty fool you. This is Longyearbyen, the northernmost town in the world. It is a place where nature is so raw, it feels like another planet. It is a place where you are legally required to carry a high-powered rifle just to buy groceries. It is a place where polar bears outnumber people. And, this sounds like a lie, but it is 100% real, it is the only town in the world where it is illegal to die. Welcome to the edge of the world. Welcome to TourGraphy. Let's address the elephant in the room first. How can a town make it illegal to die? It sounds like a joke or some ancient superstition, but in Longyearbyen, this is a strict modern medical law. If you walk through the local cemetery, you will notice something disturbing. Nobody has been buried here for over 70 years. The grave markers stand frozen in the snow, silent witnesses to a time when people didn't understand the Arctic. In 1950, scientists made a terrifying discovery. Because the town is located so deep in the Arctic Circle, the ground is permanently frozen. It's called permafrost. Usually, when a body is buried, nature takes its course and returns it to the earth. But here, the ground acts like a giant, eternal freezer. Bodies do not decompose. They stay perfectly preserved, forever. When scientists dug up bodies from the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, they found that the live virus was still inside the corpses, frozen in time, waiting to wake up. To prevent a deadly plague from returning, the governor of Svalbard banned death. If you are terminally ill or simply getting too old, you are flown by plane or ship to the mainland of Norway to pass away. You can live here as long as you want. You can enjoy the stunning glaciers and the crystal clear air, but nature will not let you rest here. But the laws of nature are even stricter than the laws of the government. Longyearbyen has a population of about 2,400 humans, but just outside the city limits, there are over 3,000 polar bears. These aren't the cute bears you see in cartoons. These are apex predators. They weigh half a ton and can smell a human from 20 miles away. Because the danger is so real, the culture here is unlike anywhere else on Earth. The town has a safe zone in the center, but the moment you cross that invisible line into the wilderness to see the glaciers or hike the mountains, the law changes. It is mandatory, by law, to carry a weapon and know how to use it. Imagine going to university here. In most countries, your first week involves buying books and meeting roommates. In Longyearbyen, the first week of school is polar bear safety. Students learn to shoot a rifle before they learn to open a textbook. Even mothers pushing strollers often have a rifle slung over their backs. It isn't violence, it is survival. But here's the catch that makes this place so special. You are not allowed to hunt the bears. The gun is only for self-defense as a last resort. If you shoot a bear, there is a massive police investigation to prove it was life or death. In this town, humans respect the wildlife. We know we are not the masters here. We are just guests in their kingdom. So you can't die, and the bears are watching you. But the hardest part of living here isn't the danger, it's the darkness. And yet, for the locals, this is the most beautiful time of the year. From late October to mid-February, the sun never rises. It's called the polar night. Imagine waking up at 8 a.m. and it is dark, eating lunch at noon and it is dark, leaving work at 5 p.m. and it is dark. But it isn't pitch black like a closet. It's a phenomenon called the blue hour. Because the snow is so white and the moon is so bright, the entire valley glows in a soft, surreal blue light. It feels like living inside a diamond. And then there are the lights, the aurora borealis. In most places, you have to chase them. Here, they dance right over your house, great ribbons of green and violet light tearing across the sky, moving like silent rivers. It's a light show that costs nothing, but is worth more than any movie ticket. Psychologists have studied the people of Longyearbyen for years. They expected to find depression because of the lack of sunlight. Instead, they found a mindset called kuselig. This is the Norwegian concept of cozy. The locals don't fight the darkness, they embrace it. When the sun goes down, the candles get lit. The town glows with warm yellow light from the windows. People gather in cafes, drink hot chocolate, sit by roaring fires, and tell stories. It creates a community that is tighter than anywhere else on Earth. When the world outside is frozen, the world inside becomes warmer. Of course, they also use technology to survive. The hospital and schools have sunrooms filled with massive artificial light panels. You sit in front of them for 30 minutes a day to trick your brain into thinking it's morning. Without this, your internal clock would shatter. If the darkness doesn't weird you out, the daily rules will. This town is full of strange regulations that only exist here. For example, you are not allowed to own a cat. Why? Because the Arctic serves as a sanctuary for rare migratory birds. The government decided that house cats are super predators that would destroy the delicate ecosystem. So, Longyearbyen is a dog-only town. You will see huskies everywhere, pulling sleds and playing in the snow, but you will never see a cat. And there is another tradition that shows just how polite this rugged town is. When you walk into a hotel, a restaurant, or even the bank, you have to take your shoes off. This comes from the old days. Longyearbyen started as a coal mining town. Miners would come home covered in black coal dust, so they left their boots at the door to keep the houses clean. Today, the mines are mostly closed, but the tradition stayed. It's the only place in the world where you can stand in line at the bank in your wool socks. But the most important thing in Longyearbyen isn't the people, the bears, or the rules. It's what lies deep inside the mountain above the town. If you look up from the valley, you will see a futuristic concrete wedge sticking out of the snow, illuminated by glowing lights. It looks like the entrance to a villain's lair. This is the Global Seed Vault. It is known as the Doomsday Vault. Inside, carved deep into the frozen rock, are millions of seed samples from every country on Earth. Wheat, corn, rice, the building blocks of civilization. It holds seeds from North Korea, the USA, Russia, and Ukraine, enemies on the outside map, but neighbors on the inside shelves. It is built to survive nuclear war, asteroid strikes, and climate collapse. If the world ends, this room is the reboot button for humanity. It is fitting that it is located here. In a place where death is illegal, we have built the ultimate guarantee of life. Longyearbyen is a paradox. It is cold, dark, and lethal. It forces you to live without the sun, without cats, and without the comfort of being at the top of the food chain. But for the 2,400 people who call it home, the danger is the price of admission. They trade safety for the northern lights. They trade city comfort for the silence of the glaciers. They trade the ordinary for the extraordinary. It is a place that reminds us that the world is still wild and that beauty is often found in the most hostile places. Would you survive the eternal night, or would the silence break you? Let us know in the comments if you would visit the town where you cannot die. Thanks for watching.